similar programs, but more focus on training, placement outside the home. Girls live here by choice. There is no choice in the other home. They are sent there by the courts or the child services, so they can stay there at the age of 18. But the transition home, they choose to come and stay here. Of course, they have to follow a lot of rules and stuff as to what you can or cannot do in the home, but they choose to live here on their own. So just quickly some outcomes. Like I said, the model I did not want was the warehouse, so we had just small homes, and we've had 98 girls come through the two homes, and this is it. The whole reason for setting this up was we felt that rescuing girls was one thing, prosecution was another way of addressing the issue of human trafficking, but aftercare and giving them complete rehabilitation and getting to convictions through that would be a stronger way of sending the message across that it's not right to buy and sell children and that there is a price to pay. So last February we only had 2 convictions, but in this last 1 year there has been 8 cases that have come to conviction, 22 people in jail, and that too in courtrooms where we were told in 2008 that this is a court where you will never get a conviction for human trafficking. But they have not only convicted, they have convicted for 10 years, which is maximum sentencing. So quite a few of our girls back to their families, living independently in jobs, married, babies. So we are seeing now the impact of having come through this whole system in the last 3 years, where girls are just moving out and will be setting up life on their own. This is one of my girls. She's now back in Nepal, but she's really special. They all are. But because of something that she really did recently, and that is help rescue one of her friends from her brothel before she left the country. She herself was trafficked at the age of 10 with her sister, and she was immediately separated from her sister. She didn't even remember. Her village was so remote in Nepal that she doesn't even know how to get there or away. And she was put on a lot of hormone drugs, and that's what they do with the Nepalese girls because they're very slightly built. So they take them young, keep them in someone's house as domestic help, put them on steroids and hormones, and once they're about 11 or 12, their bodies have built up, they will put them into the sex trade. So she was there for a while, and then rescued in 2012. Went to school, finished her diploma in tailoring. She was also very hostile when she came out, and she didn't want to be there. She was angry because, that's all she knew. But once coming into the home, she realized that there were things that she could gain from there that could change her life and that there was hope. And she really took to it, and there was a huge transformation in just demeanor and her nature. This particular picture, it was taken because we have certain sessions where we just talk to girls about their self-image is so low. I mean, they don't like their bodies at all. So we encourage them to say, okay, what is something that you like about yourself? Your eyes, your hair, your hands. And oftentimes they have a lot of difficulty getting to that because they just don't like their bodies. They don't like themselves. So this girl, we just kept kind of encouraging, and finally she said, I think I have a good heart, and I think I'm a good person. So when, so that was her way of sharing that, it's really not what's on the outside, but what's on the inside that really matters. And finally, on 6th of February this year, she went with me for a rescue. I don't usually go for them anymore, but because this was going to be her brothel, she chose to go back. And usually it's very traumatic for these girls to go back to the same place, especially after 2 years. But she was like, this other girl has been there for so long, she's not going to want to come out right away. And if you put her on the phone with me, she won't want to talk. I want to be around that place when you bring her out so that I can speak to her. And she was right. Because I was sitting out in the car and the police were in, and they just kept staying there, and more police kept coming, and there was a mob setting up outside the brothels, and we didn't know what was going on until they brought this girl out wrapped up in a bed sheet with her hands and feet in flexi cuffs, and she was just so violent inside the brothel she did not want to come out. But this girl just sat with her inside the car at the police station and just gently just kept speaking with her and sharing with her what her life has been like. And after some time, she told me, Auntie, please ask the police to open her hands. Police didn't want to do it. But she's saying, she's not going to do anything. Please trust me, open her hands. So first they untied her hands and then her feet. And we brought her home to the Mahima. And the next morning when we went back, this girl had completely flipped. She was transformed. I mean, she was smiling. She was sitting down at we have our dining area where we have devotion every morning. And as we come in, and she was already sitting there waiting for us to come in for our morning devotion. So that is just the power that one girl can have of bringing hope and transformation in the life of another because she's experienced that herself. This is one other young girl with us now and probably on the fourth to move into independent living. But she was rescued in 2010. She was about 15 and a half and she was pregnant, sold by her own sister and brother-in-law. And her son was born in the home and he continued to live with us all this while. He's 3 now and we've seen literally all the stages that you can have of this young kid. And he's the only male in the house after the office staff all leave, so he thinks he owns the place. But he is amazingly cute. But she knew that she had to take care of her son and she really focused on her job skills and getting a job and working. And then for her, the most difficult thing last year was to testify against her sister because she knew if she testified, sister will get a long sentence because she's so young. But she did it because she believes that if she doesn't do it, many other girls will be brought into the same area as she was. And her sister got 10 years with her husband, so they're both in jail right now. So she'll be moving out in April to live independently. She has recently met someone who she hopes to marry, but we have to check him out. We've only had one phone conversation with him, but we need to see whether he's safe enough for her. And yeah, it'll be good for the son to have a father and have a family of her own. So this in brief is what Mahima and what we're doing in India and Calcutta. So if you have questions, we appreciate them.
Every time we do this presentation, I've heard it many times, but it's just a lot to take in. And you're hearing it for the first time, and it's overwhelming. And you probably have a variety of feelings going on right now. And that's okay, because we need to feel that. We need to feel that this is horrible, this is horrific. And yet at the same time, we want to process that. So as there's questions tonight, and keep in mind, it's always important, anytime you have to hear bad news, that there is good news, as much as it is. Like what Smita and the team are doing there is incredible. The staff, these dedicated, highly qualified people that care in a loving home environment. It's not institutional, it's nothing like that. And these girls see this transformation and are being changed. And so we just want to process with you tonight some questions that you may have.
Do they still have the government-run homes?
Yeah, government-run homes are there.
Have they improved them at all?
They've gone down. There was a time when we really helped them to put in programs and places and just brighten it up, painted it. But over time, it's again.
I don't know whether you're aware, you probably are, that I guess they've struck down prostitution in Canada. Or they've decriminalized it, or they're rewriting the law, or whatever the process is. I'm not sure exactly where they're at with it right now.
They've still not reached
What's that?
consensus. Even Canada has still not reached a common place where they've decided what to do.
So my question to you is, first of all, what are your thoughts on what they've done here? And secondly, if you were writing the law, what would you write?
Ooh.
Yeah, because we are fighting for the same thing in India. Because in India, even right now, if you're over 18, if you're being prostituted in a specified area, it's legal. But everything around the prostitution is illegal. So if she's found anywhere outside, basically the women who are in this situation get harassed a lot. So while I would not want to go for legalization, I do not believe